Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
My name's Trevor Joseph. You're watching Rolling Slow Media, and this is Will's 964 Carrera 2.
What is this? What's going on here?
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Will, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet
Thanks
you.
for coming on the channel. You have an amazing car, and I want to know so much about it. So this is a 964 Carrera 2.
That's correct, yes.
Tell me about this car and how long have you had it, and what have you been doing with the car?
Well, funnily enough, this car actually came from inside that building.
Really?
So it was in storage inside that building.
Yeah.
I don't know, for 5 years or so. And I actually found it by a guy who was on Facebook. It took me about a year and a half to find it as a car. Chatted to him on Facebook. He said, I've got a couple of 964s.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, okay, I'm going up to go and take one of them out for a little warm-up. Do you want to come check it out?
Right.
Came up, checked it out, kind of fell in love with it straight away. It was bone stock when I got it.
Yeah.
And he reluctantly sold it to me.
And when did this happen? What year was this?
Kind of 2016, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Were prices the
They
same?
were kind of at a higher point.
Okay.
And he wasn't kind of budging on the price,
Right,
shall we say. But look, I saw it as a good base car.
Yeah.
The mileage wasn't too high. She's now just hitting 95, so going to be reaching an engine rebuild at some point.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, we know about that.
Otherwise, loved the colour.
Yeah.
I always like a contrast interior. It had the sports seats already, so I was happy with that.
So when you saw this car, was it completely stock?
Completely stock.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually have a couple of really nice before and after pictures, which is in the same spot.
Yeah.
And actually, it's kind of quite cool seeing how different it is. But lots of little subtle things. Obviously, the big thing is the wheels and the suspension.
So when you got this car, what was the first modification that you did?
Wheels and suspension.
Straight away?
Straight in. Yeah.
Was it these wheels?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, went straight in with these. These are Rotiform LHRs, spec by Rotiform. Brian from Rotiform, he has a 964.
Right.
So they are fully spec to fit this car. When we first got them and we looked at the rear, we were like, there's no way that's fitting.
Yeah.
But it does fit, right? And it's kind of got the stance that I kind of wanted in it,
Yeah.
and that's achieved by the airlift performance
And
suspension.
what airlift performance system do you have?
So it's the 3H, so it's a sensor-driven
okay.
system.
And you got this done at Car Audio and Security?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so Raj and Palm have
Yeah.
always been great to me, and they've looked after my cars and done this for me. I like my air ride. I mean, I've had a static car and coilovers, and of course, it can be on rails. It feels really, really kind of just quite a rigid base.
Yeah.
Great for that on the rails feeling, but you can't drive everywhere like that, especially if you're low, right? UK roads are a nightmare. You've got sleeping policemen.
Yeah.
You've got kind of driveways and stuff like that, and also my house where it is, it's got a bit of a storm drain, so it kind of dips in and out again. So any low car, you would be catching the front or whatever. So having the practicality of being able to lift the car up is paramount to me.
I noticed when we were driving in here, you raised it up to get over the bumpy ground. I was like, oh, I wish my car did that.
It's just little things like that. So, and for me, the ride and the the way it feels when you're pushing
Yeah.
the car, I think it's fine for street, right? You
Yeah.
know, a lot of people will of course probably say it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah.
And it probably isn't. But for me, it's fine.
I have heard the argument that coilovers, you can't beat coilovers, and you know, you should go for coilovers over air. But like you said, on UK London roads, you don't need that stiff suspension, do you?
And look, you know, I can have a good spirited drive in this,
Yeah.
and it feels really locked in. I've got the elephant racing brace in the front. That's really made the car really pointy.
Right.
You know, if anything, it probably pushes a bit more oversteer into the car.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all manageable.
Have you done any engine mods to this car at all?
It's got a Steve Wong chip, which just basically livens the car up a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I've not touched it. I'm quite worried to touch these engines.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I will take wheels off,
Yeah.
change brakes, do stuff like that. Engine-wise, you know, if it's a bolt-on, bolt-off kind of thing, then yeah, of course, that's fine. I would kind of do that. But
Yeah, leave it to the experts.
you know, I've taken out the whole interior,
Yeah.
change bits, and do stuff like that. That's fine. But mechanical,
Yeah.
less so, just because I don't have the knowledge.
Yeah. So, have you been on any track days or any kind of track adventures with this car, or is it
No,
mainly just like a show car and
I mean, it's primarily a street car, right?
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't track it,
Yeah.
just because I don't trust myself. What I would say is I do go on drives.
Yeah.
I run a club called Drive Club, and in that club we do an annual drive.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in that annual drive we'll go off and do Wales. We've got probably another Wales trip planned later,
Right.
kind of next spring. We did Snowdonia this year.
Nice.
We'd love to do things like the NC 500.
Yeah.
But you know,
Did you do anything abroad, like maybe Switzerland, any of this, the passes?
We'd like to, and that might come as
Yeah.
we start to kind of plan stuff with the group. But we have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
These things all become a little bit more of a commitment because you've got
Yeah.
a time thing around
Yeah.
it, cost as well, right? So it's about a balance.
So, do you have any future plans for the car, or are you happy with the way it's looking now?
I mean, it's the two big things: engine
Yeah.
rebuild,
Yeah.
and surprisingly enough, it does need a respray. You wouldn't think that.
No,
but
you wouldn't.
But it's got
It's in
all
a
the
neat
little
condition.
telltale signs of the rust coming through.
Right. Okay.
So those
okay,
things are unfortunately going to be something that you've got to.
And who would you get to build the engine?
When the time comes, I don't know.
Right,
You know,
okay.
there's lots of reputable people out there who
Yeah.
will do stuff. The way I see it is that the best thing to do is go to someone that you're going to pay them right money for,
Yeah.
and do it once, not twice.
It's a lovely car, Will. Thank you so much for inviting me down to this show to meet you in the
Yeah.
car. It's amazing.
Great.
Thank you so
Cool.
much, Will.
Nice one.
Cheers,
All
man. Nice.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Big shout to Will for allowing me to film his car. And yeah, if you have a car similar to Will, or any type of car that is your passion, please get in contact with me. I would love to film your car. I would love to know the person behind the car as well, because that's what this channel is about. So get in contact. I'll put a link to my socials in the description, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and share this content if you know anyone else who likes this kind of stuff. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Stay safe, drive safe, and peace.